Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Larry Larson.
And I'm Hernan Gutierrez. Let's take a look at the news.
Turns out Wi-Fi isn't the biggest internet issue here at Bradley. We sat down with David Scoffham and talked about how student internet security is growing on campus.
When it comes to scams, hacks, or your fellow FBI agent checking in, David Scoffham is your guy. With a master's degree in computer science, Scoffham knows how to keep your computer safe. And here are some ways to do so.
Really just be careful about how it's shared, how your data is shared, read up on privacy policies.
Scoffham also makes it very clear that the safest network to be connected to is Bradley's own Wi-Fi.
We have a firewall on campus, a next-gen firewall, so while you're on campus, if you're infected, you are protected a lot more, whereas if you go to another network, maybe not so much.
October is National Cybersecurity Month, so be sure to keep your computer extra safe this month. If you are facing computer security problems or just have questions, feel free to visit Mr. Scuffman in Morgan Hall, room 204B. For BUTV News, I'm Josie Marin.
After several donation sites were closed due to Hurricane Dorian, there has been an urgent need for blood nationwide. Therefore, the American Red Cross hosted a blood drive last week at the Markin Family Student Recreation Center. In order to donate blood, students were required to be in good health, over the age of 18 unless given parental consent, and weigh at least 110 pounds. The types of donations volunteers could choose from included whole blood, power red, platelets, or AB Elite plasma donations. However, for students that were ineligible to donate, they could also support the American Red Cross by hosting their own blood drive, becoming a volunteer, or starting a virtual blood drive. For more information on how to get involved, go to redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-733-2767.
You might know Zion Coffee Bar is a nice coffee shop to go off campus, but do you know how this Peoria gem got its start?
Last week, the NRF Student Association welcomed the co-founders of Zion Coffee to Bradley to share their story of self-made success. Mike and Bianu Hatfield talked about how Zion Coffee got started, along with elaborating on certain concepts of marketing that they apply to their own business.
I've done these kinds of presentations before at different schools and even here at Bradley, and every time we do this, we learn a lot as well as we share the story more, as we listen to questions that were asked. Gives us an opportunity first to slow down and reflect on the journey, but also challenges us with the questions to make sure that we're thinking through new concepts and new ideas as well.
Well, I go to Zion a lot. I love Zion Coffee in general, and I did a project with them last semester for Marketing 381, and I learned a lot about their mission statement and stuff like that, and it was always something I've been interested in. And I'm in the National Retail Federation Student Association here.
The Bradley NRF Student Association aims to engage students in educational and professional experiences that will help them attain a successful career in the retail industry.
What we're doing is we're trying to find different local businesses and different people around the area. We're trying to find a lot of Bradley alum to come and do stuff, but just to talk about the different sides of business and marketing and PR and all this different stuff to enlighten people here that maybe they don't know what's going on or they don't really know like how to start into a certain field. So it kind of gives them an idea of little ways to get their foot in the door.
My biggest advice to students would be just to be themselves and not worry about trying to figure out what's going to happen 5 years, 10 years from now. Is just look at the next decision and make the next decision and allow that journey to lead you to the one after that.
You can learn more about Bradley's NRF Student Association and future events by finding them on Facebook. For BUTV News, I'm Robert Craybill.
Guest speaker Lisa Snow came to talk to Bradley students last Thursday in Bradley Hall. The talk highlighted issues with the opioid crisis.
This past Thursday in Bradley Hall, Bradley students united against violence held a meeting to talk about drug violence. They were joined by a guest speaker who brought with them some important information to share.
Be aware that overdose deaths are on the rise, and this is a very serious problem, and it's something that we as a society need to work on, and hopefully somewhere the answer is out there on how to stop people from getting addicted to this drug in the first place, and maybe it's a Bradley student, so keep thinking about it.
Bradley Students United Against Violence is a group that teaches students about different types of violence and preemptive measures they can take to keep themselves safe.
So this event is basically about drug awareness in the light of the opioid crisis. We kind of got the idea because all of our members are from different counties of Chicago, as well as some of us are local, as well as Springfield. We combat all the different types of violences: drug violence, gang violence, gun violence, sexual abuse. Depending on the month, like we try to do based off of weeks or the months. Like this one was recently Suicide Awareness Week, as well as the drug awareness.
If you're interested in discussing matters of violence and what you can do to help, attend their next meeting on Thursday, October 10th at 7 p.m. in Bradley Hall, room 135. For BUTV News, I'm Robert Craybill.
Bad Movie Club had another meeting last Thursday night. The goal of the club is to find the best worst movies out there for critique or just simply having a good laugh. The club met in the Global Communications Center on Thursday to watch an amazingly horrible film called Con Air, starring Nicolas Cage. The club's vice president, Mac Sontag, described the movie as Nick Cage at his most Nick Cageiest. The 1997 film follows Cage's character Cameron Poe, who has been sentenced to 10 years of prison for involuntary manslaughter. 8 years later, after being paroled, he has to fly on board prison transport called the Jailbird, During the flight, the plane gets hijacked by prisoners, and the plane is then lovingly renamed Con Air. Like the most movies shown at Bad Movie Club, the audience had many mixed reactions to the film. There was a lot of confusion for some viewers, but most of all, there was a lot of laughter and a lot of people falling from the sky. Regardless of the movie being kind of bad, everyone had fun watching it together.
It's October 1st, so will it finally start to feel like fall? Find out with Nicole Pfaff after the break.
And Jonathan Michael tells us what you'll need to know about the hottest new mobile game. Stay right there, right here.
Hey, I got your text.
Hey.
You said this was urgent? What happened?
There is a guy harassing me at work.
That can't be right. Did you try talking to him?
I did, but he wouldn't listen.
Don't tell me he... Did you call the police?
No, I was too scared. I just needed to get out of there. I needed to tell someone.
Well, let's just sit here for a little while and maybe calm down. Then if you want, we can go to the police station and we can talk about this more.
Okay.
Time's up. Visit projectconsent.com.
Rush this.
Contrary to what I said before the break, it's October 2nd, but it still feels like August 2nd. You guys like that with all the rain, all the heat?
Listen, Nicole, I am ready for bonfires and sweaters. Is that in the future for us?
Luckily, yes, it is in the future. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So as we see here in the cloud graphic, it's looking a little cloudy here in the Midwest. Coming from the west and to the north in the green, we're seeing some storms coming in with showers in blue following behind. Tonight around 11, maybe 12 o'clock, we'll be seeing a bit of rain. Judging by the way it is going, we should not be seeing any more rain until Saturday. Let's take a look at our current temps. Right now we are still experiencing some warm weather in the mid to low 80s, but despite the clouds, as we go up north we see the temperatures drop pretty drastically as they are chilling, quite literally, in the high 50s and low 60s. Down south, hot summer weather is still brewing as they're experiencing temps starting in the low 90s. Now on to our 5-day forecast. Looks like we are finally going to have that long-awaited fall weather. Tomorrow we are going to start experiencing some low 60s during the day and then some high 40s in the evening. Other than the rain on Saturday, it'll be looking pretty sunny here on the hilltop. Now it's time for your news entertainment with Jonathan Michael.
Season 2 of The Masked Singer kicked off on Fox and is sure to bring its audience many new crazy surprises. Singers will perform in animal costumes such as a flamingo, panda, and a black widow. Clues are then revealed each round before a singer is eliminated. The cast of judges include Ken Jeong, Jenny McCarthy, Nicole Scherzinger, and Robin Thicke. Last year's show, which was won by T-Pain, drew a lot of attention with 8 million average viewers. Executive producer Scott Plestis says that he has been surprised with the amount of celebrities that have expressed interest in appearing on the show. You can catch The Masked Singer Wednesday nights at 8 on Fox. The recent trend of celebrities having multiple weddings, like Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra, continue with Justin Bieber and his wife Hailey Baldwin. The Biebers tied the knot around a year ago, but felt a calling to do something more traditional in front of their family and friends in South Carolina. An insider source told Us Magazine that the second ceremony helped strengthen the couple's connection. The ceremony did not come cheap, though, with estimated costs of the wedding coming to around $500,000. For the Biebers, though, it seemed like it was worth every penny. No, this is not a drill. Mario Kart is now officially available on mobile devices. Not surprisingly, the incredible amount of players broke the game's servers last Wednesday. While the game will assuredly continue to dominate the best-selling app charts, a few complaints have arisen. Many do not like the fact that there is no multiplayer mode, at least yet, according to Nintendo. And while the game is free to download, additional upgrades such as select characters and vehicles require a $5 per month subscription, which has disgusted many fans. The more appreciated aspects of the game include its simplicity and purely being the fact that Mario Kart is now available for people to play whenever and wherever they want.
So bringing weather and entertainment together here, I think we're ready to sit inside in the nice fall weather and play some Mario Kart.
Sounds like a plan.
Up next, a look at what students are saying about this year's homecoming.
And what there is to do outside of campus.
The newest editions of Campus Convos and Around Town are up next.
It's harder whenever there's a bigger group. Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
when you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Homecoming week is officially in full swing. Let's find out what Bradley students think of the festivities on this week's edition of Campus Convos.
This week on Campus Convos, there's a lot of excitement in the air because it's homecoming week. Let's go check out what's happening and talk to some students. Since we don't have a football team, which sport does Bradley choose for homecoming?
Soccer.
Soccer. Soccer.
I already know. Football. Soccer. Soccer. Soccer.
Soccer. It is soccer. You guys are correct. What was the last year they did the homecoming parade?
2004.
2012. I'll go with that.
1980. I'm gonna go with 2003.
I'm gonna say like 1998. The answer is 2003. Good job.
No way.
What are you most looking forward to this homecoming week?
Everything. I am really excited for all the little mini games that we do out in the quad.
I think lighting of the bee is going to be the best thing about homecoming for sure.
The lighting of the bee with all of my close friends.
The parade.
I'm looking forward to the Bradley Bowl. That's always a good time.
Looks like lighting of the bee is going to be the most popular event this year. Hope to see you there. For BUTV News, my name's Imani Shamsuddin.
Thanks, Imani. The Horowitz Auditorium and the GCC hosted Justin Ahrens this past Thursday for the Visual Voices Lecture, which was focused on mainly graphic design students.
Justin Ahrens is a graphic design artist who founded the company Rule 29, which is a small business that does big things. Here's Ahrens himself about Rule 29.
And we've had the opportunity to work around the world with organizations as small as startups to helping rebrand Make-A-Wish Foundation just a couple years ago.
Because of Rule 29, Ahrens has become a consistent voice for the design and business community in areas around social impact and work-life balance. One of Ahrens' proudest projects was when he and his team designed shoes for those impoverished countries.
How about if we teach them how to make shoes that would work for them, that they could also learn these skills and apply it to their everyday.
Ahrens not only inspires graphic designers, but everyone to use their creative side to make a difference in the world. If you're interested in Ahrens' work or would like to reach out, check out their website at rule29.com. For BUTV News, I'm Josie Marin.
Now it's time for our live interview with Hernan and our special guest. Hernan, take it away.
Thanks, Larry. Zach Daly is a performing arts student here at Bradley, and he is here to join us today and talk about the latest production that he is a part of. How's it going?
Doing pretty good myself. It's Peter and the Starcatcher. It's a really family-friendly show about becoming a kid, living throughout all those like childish memories, and really never growing up, because as an adult, you're constantly growing up and you're told to act more mature, and this kind of just gives everyone an opportunity to be a kid again.
Awesome, yeah. So right now, just kind of tell us what made you get involved in theater in general.
Well, I've been acting since I was basically in pre-K, but what got me to Bradley was back in 2012 I saw 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and I just fell in love with the stage, the people, and like just the environment. So. I
gotcha. So are you a part of this production? And yeah. if you are, what role do you play?
I play Prentice. He's one of the original Lost Boys.
Oh,
so.
Cool. And can you tell us just a little bit more about Peter and the Starcatcher, just your role and?
Well, Prentice, he's trying very hard to be the leader most of the time throughout the whole story. Mm-hmm. So it's a really big power struggle between him and the boy and Molly, yeah, it's just a really fun, family-friendly show.
Awesome. So, and if Peter and the Starcatcher isn't one of your favorite productions that you've done here at Bradley, which one has?
Ooh, I think when I did James and the Giant Peach in my community theater, ArcLight. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember reading that as a kid. Mm-hmm. Do you, besides the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, what are some of your other favorite productions that you've done in general?
12th Night here was really fun. We did a very Mardi Gras version of Shakespeare's 12th Night. It's pretty funny. And then also She Kills Monsters was a huge all semester long process and really big show.
Awesome. So I know, just kind of talking to people around campus, you guys have started auditioning for the next production?
8x10's auditions are already done and the shows are cast, but next semester we'll be hosting auditions for Midsummer's and the other show, The Wolves.
So kind of just going off of that, if anyone who isn't involved in theater wants to get involved in theater, how would they go about that?
Oh, come to the Hartman Center, please. We don't bite. Talk to the chair. His name's Scott Canoff. He's really nice. Talk to Sarah Gowitz. Basically, all the staff is really nice. Just come see the shows and just talk to people, really.
Yeah, so kind of piggybacking off of that too, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who's trying to get involved in the theater?
Go for it, man. Don't hold back, because if you hold back, then you're not going to be putting your all into it.
Awesome, yeah. So if you haven't seen the show yet, make sure to buy your tickets for Peter and the Starcatcher. We'll be performing at the Hartman Center here at Bradley University tomorrow night and Friday night at 7 p.m. and on Sunday, October 6th at 2 p.m. Thanks for coming in, Zach.
No problem, thank you.
Back to you, Larry.
Thanks, Hernan. We had some unexpected weather last weekend, but that didn't stop our Bradley students from helping out the local Peoria community. Dozens of students arrived at the Markin Center Saturday morning to volunteer for the monthly Service on Saturday program.
This past Saturday, Bradley students joined with Bradley Serve to help the Peoria community. They assisted organizations like East Bluff Community Center, Urban Garden, and one particular group was assigned to decorate the Peoria Zoo for their annual Halloween event. They helped decorate the exhibits in the Tropical Center and spread spooky decorations around the zoo walkways. And after they finished, they even got a chance to walk around the zoo and see some of the animals for free. So what does Serve do to make this possible?
We get in touch with local nonprofits, local agencies that would like to have some volunteers out on a Saturday morning, and we act as that liaison figure between some Bradley volunteers and those agencies. Usually we average about between like 100 to 150. I believe we had like 110 today.
If you've never been a part of Service on Saturday, it's easy to get involved. A volunteer can sign up on volunteer.bradley.edu until the Tuesday before Service on Saturday. You can choose your own site and even create a group to work with.
They show up at Markin on Saturday morning between like 9 and 9:15, depending on when their site's leaving. And then they head out and they volunteer for about 2.5 hours, and then they come back to Markin around 12, and we provide free pizza every time, also free breakfast before they leave. And yeah, that's the experience.
To learn more about Serve, send them an email at bradleyserve@gmail.com. For BUTV News, I'm Nate Martin.
The Peoria Art Guild hosted their 57th annual Fine Arts Fair this past weekend. With admission running at $6 per person, the 3-day event featured over 130 artists from across the nation who came to express their individual creativity at Peoria's Riverfront Festival Park. Here's Deanna Cantu with this week's Around Town.
As one of the oldest fairs in the country, the Peoria Fine Art Fair knows how to draw in nearly 8,000 participants each year. The central theme for 2019 was I Buy Art, a grassroots campaign started by a Peoria-based textile company to help reinforce a philosophy that the best way to support the arts is simply by buying from the local community.
I Buy Art is one of the initiatives that the Art Guild is trying to promote artistic involvement in the community. And so with the art fair this year, all of the artists that are participating are given little buttons, and it says I Buy Art.
The initiative to promote Peoria as a welcoming community for every artist helps explain why Sunshine Artists magazine recently ranked the event as one of the top 200 fairs in Illinois. The fair attracts artists from all walks of life, like Minnesota's Brian Jensen, who helped design this year's poster, or Natalie O'Neill, who grew up with a family of artists.
My dad is an artist, and so I've been raised around art, and that's kind of all I've ever known. Like I went to art supply stores like a lot of kids went to candy stores, so I was just brought up with that way. My sister's an artist too.
Yet this past weekend was also an opportunity for local Bradley students to take a break from classes as they immerse themselves in an afternoon of culture and beauty.
I like how art is different for every person. Each artist has a very unique style and way that they create. So it's nice to just see how contrasting and different everyone's art styles is here.
For more information on the Peoria Fine Art Fair and future events, go to peoriaartguild.org or call 309-637-2787. Reporting for BUTV News, I'm Deanna Cantu.
What does BUTV's Cody Roskins have to say about sports this week?
Stay tuned after the break to find out.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So Cody, not only was it a wild weather weekend for outdoor sports, but indoor sports as well?
It was, with volleyball being affected and also obviously the rescheduling of the soccer game. There were some crazy stories in sports this week for Bradley.
Oh yeah.
The Bradley Braves men's soccer team waited for what seemed like forever to see a decision against the Valparaiso Crusaders. The two teams originally met on Sunday in Shea Stadium to play a game in the rain, but due to lightning in the Peoria area was called and rescheduled to October 27th in the 66th minute with Valparaiso up 1-0. The Braves would, however, continue onward with a game against none other than Valparaiso, this time as they were the away team. The Braves looked much better in this matchup, going the distance with the Crusaders into overtime, where the redshirt junior had his first career goal to give Bradley a 2-1 win over Valpo. The women's volleyball team also was affected by the weather this season. The Bradley Braves opened up conference volleyball action against the Salukis of Southern Illinois on September 27th. The game would be delayed 2 times due to severe weather in the area during the 3rd and 4th sets, the last of which Bradley would win to force a 5th set. Bradley would trail in the 5th set 8-7, but after a few rallies and an error on the part of Bradley, they would ultimately lose the match in 5 sets, 15-11. The total length of the match was extended to almost 3 hours due to the weather. And then finally, men's golf traveled to Des Moines, Iowa for a meet featuring some familiar faces with host team Drake and Loyola Chicago. Bradley shot 303 during the event, good enough to take 12th behind Western Illinois, while Loyola and Valparaiso took first and runners-up respectively.
Well, guys, we can only hope that the weather's going to be a little bit better for the homecoming soccer game this Saturday.
For real.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers. Speaking of which, homecoming week is continuing throughout the week, and there's still plenty of events left.
We'll update you on all the upcoming events, homecoming, and more after the break.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Let's take a look at the exciting events going around campus this week. The lighting of the bee ceremony will be taking this place Friday at 8 p.m. on Olin Quad. The bee will be lit around 8:30 p.m. Carnival games, food, giveaways, and more will be available. Everything is free. Bradley Homecoming is bringing back the Homecoming Parade this year. The parade has been on a short hiatus, and we are happy to see it back. The parade gives us a chance to celebrate our community. The parade is Saturday at noon all around campus. The 21st Majors and Minors Fair will be this Monday, October 2nd, in the Renaissance Coliseum, hosted by the Academic Success Center and the Smith Career Center. The fair is perfect for anyone who is undeclared and is interested in adding a new major or minor. Well, that's it for this BUTV this week. I'm Hernan Gutierrez.
And I'm Cody Roskins.
I'm Jonathan Michael.
I'm Nicole Pfaff.
And I'm Larry Larson. We leave you tonight with a performance from Allison Plord. Have a great evening.
I've made up my mind, no need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. No need to look no further, this ain't last. I know this is love, but if I tell the world, I'll never say enough, 'cause it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Yeah. I build myself up and fly around in circles, way thin as my heart drops and my back begins to tingle finally. Could this be it? Or should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Yeah. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or could it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep on chasing pavements? Should I just chasing pavements? Oh, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? it's no